In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Adobe Illustrator to create this ribbon tree. The first thing that you need to do is go to File, New. On some of the computers in the lab, this is the window that will pop open. But on other computers, the window will look like this. So if this happens on your computer, it's okay. They're almost exactly the same. They just look a little bit different. So what you need to do in the New Document dialog box is go over, click right here where it says Web, and you'll see some little size preview buttons in rows here on this side. You can go down and find the one that says Common 1366 by 768. Then go over here and title your project Ribbon Tree with your name and click Create. It's virtually the same over here back in Illustrator if you have this dialog box. So I'm going to call it Ribbon Tree, put my name on it. For profile, I'm going to choose Web. For size, Common, here I have 1366 by 768 and OK. So I have this nice big document to work in. The first thing that I'm going to do is choose the line segment tool and click on it. Then I'm going to change the color of my stroke to any color except green, because my tree is going to be green and I don't want the two to blend in together. So I'm going to choose this magenta color, and I'm going to take the fill off completely, so none. So down here in my area, I'm going to click and drag a line. Don't make it too wide, because then your tree will be really fat and you want it to look more like a average size tree. So I'll make it somewhere right about here. Now go to Effect, 3D, Revolve. And I have all of my options showing down here at the bottom. Yours might look like this. So you might have to click this More Options button to see all of these down here at the bottom. So I'm going to click Preview, and that's what my cone looks like that we're going to turn into the tree. You can see there's a weird little gap up here at the top. To get rid of that, change the position to front and click OK. So we're done with this for now. So I'm going to click the selection tool and click off of it so it's no longer selected. Now I'm going to go to the rectangle tool, and I'm going to put some green stripes on here. So I'll change the fill to green, and I don't want a pink line around them, so I'm going to take off the pink stroke and choose none. Now what I'm going to do is click one time, don't drag, just click, and you'll get this box. So for the width, write in 400px. For the height, write 40px. And remember the number 40, because you're going to need that in just a minute, and click OK. Switch to the Move tool and draw a box around this green stripe to select it, and then hit Enter on the keyboard. And you are going to want to change the distance to 80, and the horizontal is going to be 0, the vertical is going to be 80, and the distance is going to be 80. Then go ahead and click Copy, and you have 2 copies of this stripe. In order to make more copies, simply hold down Control on the keyboard and push D a few times until you have approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stripes. Use the selection tool to click and drag a box around those. And we're going to use the Shear tool to shift them into a diagonal. The Shear tool is grouped together with the Scale tool, which is right here. So click and hold on it and choose the second tool down. Now click on any of these blue corner icons and drag up so that the points meet each other and you have this nice diagonal. All right, switch to the the selection tool and make sure that you have the symbols panel open here on the side. If you don't have symbols open, go ahead and go to Window, Symbols right here, and that will open the box for you. I don't need to do that because mine is already open on the side. I'm going to take this, click it, and drag it and drop it into the symbols panel. And I'm going to name it Ribbon and change it to a graphic and then click OK. So now I have it over here in my symbols panel, and this one I can delete. Alrighty, so now I'm going to select my cone and I'm going to open the appearance panel, which is a circle with little dashes around it. And I'm going to tear that off for a minute. If your appearance panel isn't over here, simply go to Window, choose Appearance, and the box will pop open. I'm going to click where it says 3D Revolve to open this dialog box right here. And I'm going to put Preview back on and click this button down here that says Map Art. Remember, if you can't see these options down here, you may have to click this button where it says More Options. Alright, so here we go, Map Art. And this part can be a little bit confusing. On one computer that I was on, this needed to be set to 4 of 4. But on this computer, well, let's see if 4 of 4 works. I'm going to set the symbol to ribbon. I'm going to click Scale to Fit. And you can see it wraps around the object. And I don't want to see the pink cone, so I'm going to take off Invisible Geometry. And it looks like a not detailed squiggly line, so I'm going to go ahead and click Shade Artwork, and it looks more three-dimensional. So if yours does not look like this, it could be that 4 of 4 is not the surface that you need to work with. So just go ahead and scroll through these and follow the same steps on 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, until you figure out which one is the correct one for your particular project. And I'm going to click OK. Now, what I can do is hit ambient light here, and I can move this around to make it lighter and darker in some areas if I want to, so it can have a little bit more of a dramatic effect. And I'll go ahead and click OK and OK. So there is my second tree. Here's my first one. So because of the angle that I drew the line, they're all going to be slightly different. This one's a little wider, this one's a little taller and skinnier. So everyone's tree is going to look a little bit different. That's it for now.